So I do have a question here. And, oh, I love, these are great questions. No questions are bad questions. This is a very good one. Did you know the meltdown was going to occur, and did you cause it? That's a very good question. I love these kind of questions. The answer to that is yes and no. As you recall, when we repealed the Glass-Steagall Act, there was no dialogue around that. So we thought there'd be more dialogue, and there wasn't. And so it's natural for people like us to want to push to have less regulation. And it sort of got a life of its own. We didn't expect it to melt down the way it did, but we knew things would change. And so when we saw that it was out of control, ask yourself the question, if you knew it was out of control, could you really have done anything about it? Not really. It had a life of its own. So most people who knew that it was getting out of control, at that point, the best thing you could do was bet against it. Very easy to make money. You know what's going to happen. Most people are in denial. This is how it's very easy to ensure that you're on top of the pyramid. We didn't plan it this way, but it turns out from a sort of a spiritual point of view, it really had to happen. Because when you deregulate something and people go into that kind of feeding frenzy, really, they need to be taught a lesson. And they are being taught a lesson. The world is like a river. You can't change the flow of the river. You can swim a little bit this way and you can swim a little bit that way, but you really can't change the flow of a river. That's denial. So if the river's going somewhere, the very first thing you could do is bet in that direction. If you try to change the system, it's just a waste of time and it could be a big disaster. Because when the masses want something, when the dogs go chomping at the bit for something, there is nothing you are going to do to stop it. The only thing you can do is know what you can control and what you can't control. Disaster will happen naturally. Evolution happens because of disasters.